Oh, hey, Pastor Anthony here. Just doing everything I can to get fit. Sometimes when you get into the gym, you gotta be ready to sweat. You gotta get fit. So that's what we're doing here at CRCOG. Keep doing it. Oh, hey. Pastor Anthony back again. I actually got kicked out of the gym because I was sweating all over everything. But that's a part of the process. We all gotta get fit. Just remember, if you're not sweating, you're not getting fit. Get fit. Hey everyone, Pastor Anthony here, and welcome to our second workout for Get Fit. I'm glad that you've tuned in with us. Man, could you imagine sweating like that? I don't actually sweat like that. Pastor Justin sweats like that. The scripture says in Hebrews, it says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that easily slows us down, especially the sin that easily trips us up, and let us run with endurance the race that God has set before us. Sweating is a very gross and not a very pleasant experience when you are working out or doing the things that you're doing, but sweat actually plays a really interesting role in our anatomy as we're working out. You know, the harder exercise you do, the more you do it, the more you will sweat. And as you're sweating, you're not just getting gross and smelly, although that is very true, but you are also actually doing some real benefit for your body. Sweat helps to cool you down. Sweat also balances the minerals and nutrients that you have on the inside of your bloodstream. And then lastly, sweat can help to remove toxins as you're working out. You're sweating and things that have built up on your skin over time and in your pores begins to push out as you sweat. And so you actually are cleansing yourself as you sweat. That's why some gyms have saunas at their gym so people can sit and sweat, because it kind of cleanses out the skin of all the stuff that has built up over time. And so as Christians, when we apply that to our spiritual aspect, we need to be working hard at the same time during this fast. It's not just the physical sacrifice, but if we add prayer and worship and praise into our time of fasting, then we begin to see that we start to sweat spiritually. And as you sweat, there are things that have built up in yours and my life over time. Stuff when people said things that they shouldn't have said, or things that we're paying for consequences, or stuff that we've gone through that gets on us. And if we're never sweating spiritually, there are things that might be caked on that we have got to get cleansed up from. And so I'm not talking about the salvation portion, because Jesus is the only one that can save us. But I'm talking about the getting all the way right, getting that unforgiveness out of there, getting bitterness out of there, getting all of those things that are just kind of stuck that take a little bit of extra work. There's nothing that I could necessarily do with my willpower and say, just toxins be removed. But if I start sweating, those things that are caked up begin to come to the surface and get out of my life. And so as you're fasting and as you're praying, if you're sticking to it and you're sweating, then that means that you're getting fit. God has called us to do something great. And the first things we got to do is start getting the bad stuff out so God can start getting the good stuff in. I believe that if we remove all these things in these first 21 days of prayer and fasting, we're going to see God take us to new places and put things in our hearts and in our lives and in our future that we never thought we would be able to reach. And it's all because we start getting fit. Thanks for listening today. God bless you.